We saw earlier how you can identify a van and the booking dates and copy them from the availability chart, and then take them into a spreadsheet which is called quote. This is a template for quoting, and we just paste that data into the spreadsheet, and you can see that it is straight away looked up the owner of the van, the reference numbers for it, the weight of the van. It's calculated the number of days, worked out how much the owner will get, the commission to PMH, and the insurance at the daily rate. Over here it's also taken a view of the calendar and shows that the dates in question are available, so it just confirms what we knew from the availability chart, that they are good dates. You can see that if you try to extend this by a week, then it highlights in yellow over here that there is an overlap with the previous booking. So if we just undo that change, go back to the original arrangement, everything's okay. Further down the spreadsheet here we can actually choose some details of the hire. We can say it's an overseas license, and it automatically calculates the surcharge. If we just put that back to UK, if there are points on the license we can pick the number of points, again it calculates the surcharge. Extra drivers. Here if we put in a date which is too young for the hire, then we get an error message here. If we put in a date which is reasonable, everything's okay. We can also show whether the van's going to Europe or not, and again it calculates the insurance charge for it. This box allows us to add an extra day's insurance if the start and finish dates here are not within a 24-hour period. And also we can select the option to reduce the excess on the policy, on the hire, reducing the excess down to 300. So you can see it's automatically totaling that information here. If we make a fine change to the date up here, so supposing we make it the 4th, then everything is recalculated. So the total figures are arrived at down here. Now, having arrived at a price, we can then go on to the quote tab on the spreadsheet down at the bottom here, pick that, and you can see that it's developed some text here, which if you look more closely at it, you can see that it includes the van reference number, the options that we picked, the number of drivers, the age of the driver, points and stuff like that. You need to do a little bit of fiddling around with this. For example, this text here just needs moving up a little bit. Say OK to that. But then we can actually highlight all of this text and just right click, copy, and then we can open an email and paste that into there. So now we've got an email begins, thank you for your inquiry. It's got a hyperlink here to the van detail built in. It describes all of the conditions of the hire. There's a link here to the terms and conditions, and basically it's a ready-made email that you can send back to the customer in answer to their inquiry. So very quickly you can go from the dates of the hire to generate an email quotation.